Right, today I'm doing a short review on two Viewsonic projectors, portable projectors, Pico projectors, i.e. they've got a battery source in them, so obviously you can take them out when you go camping, or if you're sitting in a hotel room and you fancy a big cinema screen on the wall. Both of them by Viewsonic. Now, the Viewsonic M1 PLus is in that. Now, it doesn't come in a case, but it's a case separate from Amazon. It comes with like a soft cover, which, to be honest with you, is quite useless to protect it. And that sits quite nicely in there, as you can see. Now, I've had this one for a year and a half, about 18 months, something like that. Really cracking little projector. So I thought I'd try to upgrade it and go, because this is 480p. So they're doing one now called the M1 Pro, which is 720p. And that comes in a nice hard case. Well, I say nice, I've been really careful. I've had it literally a day, and as you can, don't know if you can see, there's already marks on the case. And kudos for them actually giving you a hard case this time, but it's a lot bigger. And that's what you get inside. Now, both of them come with a mains charger, which looks like that. So just plug it in, takes an hour or so to charge up. It's got, both of them have got lights on to show you when it's been charged. So you get one of those in with the case, and then, as I say, the M1 Pro comes in this nice hard case. It's nice how everything's fastened in. Remote's exactly the same, so I had to be careful to make sure I don't mix them up, because they seem to be both exactly the same. So what we'll do, we'll kick straight in and we'll look at the M1 PLus first of all. So M1 PLus, really nice small projector. Now, both of them come with this stand. When I pull the stand down, it'll switch the projector on. Now, last night I did some footage on the wall behind me. The wall is like a very light grey. Now, both of the Viewsonics allegedly monitor the colour that you're projecting onto, and it feeds back and alters the actual light that it's emitting. Also, they both reduce blue light, so it's easier on the eye. If you're watching a big movie just before you go to bed, you're less likely to actually stay awake, allegedly. Not that I have any problems with that. So this is literally an all metal construction. If you can hear the pitter patter a little bit, it's Bonnie just having a wander around. It's really quite a warm day. Both of them have got screw threads at the bottom, and this is a lovely metal mesh. Now, both of them have got Harman Kardon speakers built into them, stereo speakers. I will read the specs off in a minute so that you can see the two. It's got a focusing wheel on the side, air vents, speakers, and then on the back you've got an on and off button, and then you can actually go through the actual display if you need to, if you're not using the remote. This has also got infrared. I'll go into the new one on that because I'm a bit perturbed over the remotes and how they work, but I'll explain in a minute. It's got a pull down, pulls open, clicks closed, and in there, if you can see, you've got HDMI, USB, audio output, USB-C. Now, the USB-C is for charging, but also you can send your video from your phone using the USB-C cable into there. It's got micro SD, and then it's got the charging port there, and that just closes clicks into place like that. Now I'm going to open her up. Now I did the video, like I say, last night. It's relatively low volume because everybody was upstairs in bed and I didn't want to get in trouble, but I just wanted to give you an idea on what they look like in obviously a dark environment, because neither of these are going to be good like now in daylight. You can forget it. The technology is nowhere near enough to be able to carry a small projector like this around, put it on a wall and use it like your TV. Maybe definitely at some point in the future as technology moves on, but not at the moment. So we pop her open. See, I don't want to blind it because the light will come on. You've got a front, I'm assuming that's an IR pickup point, just says Viewsonic and your lens. So it initially boots up, says Viewsonic on the screen, which again, you'll see the link in a bit, you'll see the clips in a bit showing you the actual use. So if I just keep my mouth shut a minute. Right, so that's the actual projector running now, and if I take a close to the mic, you can't, there's a slight hum from the fan that's built into it. And as I said, on the back you've got your lights, you've got a row of lights, a bit like a power bank, showing you how much power you've got left. Obviously your enter button, and as I mentioned earlier, you have a remote, takes two little AAA batteries. That's your remote. So power on, power off. Now this has got IR, but also the remote is Bluetooth. For the last 18 months I've been pointing this thing at the damn projector to do the remote like the old-fashioned TVs. Turns out these things are Bluetooth, so I can point it wherever I want. You can be within 8 meters of your video, your projector, and it'll work absolutely fine. Volume, fast forward, rewind, you can absolutely forget that. It's stupid. That is literally only to go to the next video. You can't do fast forward, rewind. Home button, return button, enter button. I'll be honest with you, the remotes are not brilliant. You can use an app on your phone that turns your phone into like an image of what's on the screen, so you can tap on it. I tried it to open the Netflix up that's built into the projector. I couldn't get it to work. The actual structure, the production of these is really good. The software, I'll be honest with you, is nigh on useless. Can't get the Netflix to work. The apps are, you've got BBC iPlayer and then a load of apps which I've never heard of. You can't put Android, even though it's Android based, you can't put Android apps onto it, so it's absolutely useless. Both of them you're supposed to be able to mirrorcast, send via Wi-Fi from your phone. I'm running the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Doesn't work. If I go into Google and I search for the projector, it will not find it. I believe it works better with iOS. Personally, I can't stand iOS, so I can't comment on that. So yeah, if you're running Android, forget it. The best way, two best ways that I've watched movies on this are either downloading them onto a micro SD card. If I want to stream movies, I've had to plug the USB-C cable that it comes with into the side of the projector. I have used longer cables, so I plugged it into the side of the projector, and then it'll stream whatever's on my screen. So if I'm running Netflix, if I'm just playing a video file on my phone, it's fine. The only problem with that is then obviously you're sitting there, your phone's tied up. But that is the best way. Now, one thing with this projector compared to the new one, it's only got one USB-C port. The new one's got two. So you can actually charge these up from USB-C. It's got to be a PD power bank, minimum 45 watt. Eco mode, they say 6 hours. Full mode is 2.5 hours. Eco mode, half eco mode on this is 3 hours. The half eco and eco, I've not seen any difference at all on the screen. I've not seen much difference between them and the full, to be honest with you. So you're looking at 3 hours. plug a power bank in, you could watch a couple of movies, or you could charge it up off a power bank. But as I say, this only has the one micro USB port on it, whereas the new one has two. With the new one, you can stream video to the projector and you can charge it at the same time. Obviously, you can position this wherever you want. You can position this one literally pointing up at the ceiling if you wanted to, so you could lie in bed. It has keystone correction on it, so when I point it at the wall, you know what that is. It will make the image vertical for me. Keystone left and right, not as much, but you can alter it manually. But keystone vertically, absolutely fine on it. To switch the thing off, just close that up, and it's off. Okay, so now we're on to the M1 Pro. The actual arm is the same. It's a bit deeper so that you've got more of a stable base. Not that I've ever had any problems with the Plus. It notches up into the top better, whereas on this one you can actually go past the top if you wanted to, so that you could mount it upside down for whatever reason. This notches into the top. Bottom is plastic. On that one, it's plastic. Looks more like metal, but it's most definitely plastic on the new one. On the side, better focusing wheel. Be nice if it had autofocus, but better focusing wheel on it. This actually closes with magnets, so it is better. So as you can see on there, you've got your charge port, one USB type C port. That one is to charge it. You've got a reset hole there, so you can pop a pin in to reset it. Audio out, USB-C for streaming to, HDMI and standard USB. So you've got one extra USB-C port in it. I like the fact that it's magnetic. Sides are really nice, air cooling vents. You can actually see the speakers built into the back, twin Harman Kardon speakers. The sound on both of these is really, really good. Played it a little bit last night. It's loud enough to fill a room. Both of them, you can stream audio to Bluetooth speakers. So you could have twin Bluetooth speakers and you could stream your audio and you could absolutely fill your room with audio. First thing that I don't like about this, they've gone for this Amazon Echo type cover. That is just going to be an absolute dirt magnet. This is 0.95 kilos in weight compared to this one, and as you can see, it is significantly bigger. But obviously, this runs native 720p, this runs 480p. Both of them will show a 480 display, but natively 720, 480. If we pop this open, starter up, top, the actual lens looks a little bit bigger, nice front. Starts with a noise on this one. And then we get the display that comes up now. As I did the timing on the start up last night, this starts up about 10 seconds quicker than the other one. Slightly noisier. The decibels on it are slightly noisier. There you go. You can definitely hear that, the fans, more than the other one. And that's an eco mode, so it's not strained at the end of the day. You've got your lights for your power on the front, at the top. Don't like them as much as the ones on the back because the projector's pointing away from me. I can see the amount of voltage that's on there. It does have the voltage top right hand side of the actual app display, so it does show you there, but it's nice that you can see it on the back there. As I said, I always thought that the remote was infrared on this one at the back and the front. This one is definitely Bluetooth, so you can plug it wherever you want. It stands higher, so we put the two side by side, so it definitely stands higher, spins round, nice, So you can point it at the ceiling. Stable. Both of them are reasonably stable. That one isn't as stable. That one is. I've got it pointing at the wall at the moment in bright daylight. I can see an image. Would I want to watch a film in broad daylight? No, it'd be too much of a bother. You'd have to draw if you draw the curtains and everything. Same as the other one, you've got the control on the back. On this one, you've got little plus, so you can touch screen. You can move stuff around on this. When I press it, makes a humming noise. Sound by Harman Kardon on the back. As I said, the sound is enough to fill your room. We watched a movie on this one the other night with a 100-inch screen up in the living room. Quite nice, really nice viewing experience. I just don't like the finish on this compared to that one. If you're gonna, like me, off wild camping, you've seen me do my videos in the middle of the woods and stuff. This one is just, it's a better finish. This one allegedly has won loads of awards for its design. Yes, it looks beautiful. Do I think it's as practical? Absolutely not. Okay, let's start with the M1 Plus, because that's the oldest version at the end of the day. Resolution on this is 854 by 480. It's 300 LED lumens. That's different than your ANSI lumens, it's LED lumens. Contrast is 120,000 to 1. 1.07 billion colours. It's LED. The lens is an f1.7. Throw distance is 0.64 meters to 2.66 meters. So to get a 100-inch display, you only need it to be just about 2.5 meters away from the screen. Keystone plus or minus 40 degrees. You've not got zoom on these things. Total inbuilt memory is 16 gig, 12 gig available storage. So if you're going to load movies onto it, you're not going to get many HD movies on there. Battery said on this one up to 6 hours. Go for the 3 hours, you're not going to go wrong on it. You've seen the ports at the side. Now, moving on to the M1 Pro. 1280 by 720. It says it's 600 LED lumens. The clips that I'm putting you on now, I'm going to put the clips on at the end of me playing it last night. I personally couldn't tell a difference between that and that. If anything, that one looked more vibrant than that one. So that's twice as bright. So it should be twice as bright in a darkened room. I would have thought the human eye could tell if something was twice as bright. Now, this is straight off their website, these specs. I have seen it said that they are both 250 lumens. I think they're exactly the same on lumens. I think somebody's telling porcupines when it says to the website. 1.07 billion colours, exactly same contrast as I said. Both of them light source will last for 30,000 hours. So if you play these things for 4 hours a day, whatever that is, you're getting about, I don't know, 15 years use out of them. Technology is going to move on long before you go anywhere near wearing out the light source. Throw distance on the new one is 0.94 meters to 3.5 meters. When I had this on last night, again, the display, I got them set exactly the same distance from the wall. This one was just slightly larger. The sound that it gives off, because obviously it's got better optics in it, is slightly louder. Both exactly have the same storage space, 12 gig available in this one. Both of them will show up to 1080p, but natively 720. So, here we are recording. On the left is the Viewsonic M1 Pro, and on the right is the Viewsonic M1 Plus. Can you tell the difference? I can, looking at it. Left is definitely clearer. And my thing is, the remote operates either remote, operates both. That's crazy. Let's just check they're both in eco mode. Right, I wanted to try and get video playing on both at the same time, so I've got the lights on in the living room at the moment, so that's how bright they look. Okay, so now let's plug this into the one on the left, which is the M1 Pro, and see what that looks like. The image on the M1 Pro is slightly bigger, even though they're about the same distance from the wall, and it's sharper. The writing is definitely sharper on the left, but not phenomenally. Okay. Startup time M1 Plus. Timer started. Switching on M1 Plus. Initial startup screen. Lovely vibrant colours. And we're on. 43 seconds. Startup time. Now the M1 Pro. Reset time. 43 seconds to beat. So start, open, down on the table. Keystone hasn't kicked in yet. Wrong. 37 seconds. The one on the bottom is the M1 Plus, the one on the top is the M1 Pro. You can't really tell any different. The top on writing is slightly sharper. The one on the bottom just looks maybe a little bit more vibrant. And they're both sitting there in front of me. If we can focus in this dim light. The Plus on the right, the Pro on the left. Rule number one, always make sure that it's actually recording when you're finishing the video off. So this is now take 2. Not that you saw take 1, because take 1 never got recorded. Ouch. So let's finish the video off. So I've been through the specs, I've shown you both the recorders, okay. The new one compared to the old one, better stand, definitely better stand. Like the side opening magnet compared to the old one that clicks shut. Definitely plus point the fact that you can charge it and stream a video to it via cable, so you're getting no lag, because as I said, I can't get the Miracast to work on either of them. Definitely a plus point. Price wise, at the moment, £444 on Amazon. This one, £264 or thereabouts on Amazon. So, big difference in price. For me personally, I use a projector, a Pico projector. When I'm travelling, I just want something small. I can carry up into the woods with the lads, or if I'm camping with my family. I'm only going to probably watch one movie. 2.5 to 3 hours is more than enough for me to watch a film. I could always watch a film, charge it up again, and then watch another film. I don't need it for at home. So, also, I did notice last night when testing them out in the dark that this one seemed to be losing charge according to the screen quicker than this one. This has slightly different modes in it for the battery usage. Maybe it is slightly different, but I would expect it to be the same. You're still definitely going to get 2.5 hours, enough to watch a movie. It says in the specs that this is 600 lumens and this is 300 lumens. I don't think it is. I think it's the same. I've seen other specs, even that straight off the Viewsonic website. I've seen other specs that says that both of them are 250 lumens in light. I think that that is about right, to be honest with you. This finish, for me, when I'm out and travelling, is useless. That should be black. That should not be that lovely colour. It looks great. It looks lovely. If you were only using it at home and you want to impress people in your living room or your back garden, it's great. But for travelling around, when I'm out camping, I've been putting a tent up and I get this out and I've got dirty hands, and then I'm going to try and wipe it and it's going to get smudgy and it's going to look mucky. So when you come to resell it in the future, it's just not going to look as nice. I like the cover on it. I think that's definitely a better cover. The front, it's definitely a bigger lens array. If you're doing a display and you are in a room and you've got to have writing on the screen, that is definitely sharper. If you're using a 100-inch screen, now this one says it goes up to 150 inch again on the actual Viewsonic website. This is 100 inch. 100 inch for both is more than enough, I personally think. At a distance of 3 to 4 meters, am I going to sit there and notice when I'm watching the action in a movie and the colours and because there's no lag when you're using a cable on these things. There's no stuttering in the display or anything like that. They're both absolutely fine for that. Am I going to notice the difference between 480p and 720? Personally, no, I don't think so. This just looks and feels cheaper than this one. This is smaller than this one. I just personally, and both of these have been purchased by myself, so there's nothing to do with Viewsonic at the end of the day. Maybe with more extended use, I could come up with a difference, but no, not that much. I think for 90% of the time, this is going to be more than adequate. This is great. It fits in the little bag that I bought separate for it. So as a consequence, this one's going back to Amazon. I just cannot justify the differential in the cost between the two. I will put a link at the bottom of the video for both affiliate links doesn't cost you any more to purchase. I always think Amazon's about the best, because like this, if you've got a problem or it doesn't end up being what you thought it was, it's quite easy to send back. Also, the bag that I brought for the box I brought for the M1 Plus, I'll put a link in if it's still available for that as well. If you'd like to purchase from the link, it obviously helps me out in the channel. It's greatly appreciated. So yeah, this one's going back. I don't think that is significant enough upgrade for a difference in price of 260 versus 440. Just cannot justify that kind of difference in cost. Ultimately, I can just have this one for my travels. You could spend £100, £150 on a cheapo projector that's going to be 10 times as bright. Plug a Bluetooth speaker into it so you're going to get decent sound that will drown out the fan. You could use that for home, keep this for travel. This is about my 5th Pico projector now, 4th or 5th with these two. I used AXA originally, 12 years ago. I thought that was amazing. It was about 60 lumens at the end of the day. I've moved on to all different ones over the years, so I'm pretty versed in Pico projectors. I think that at the moment, bang for bucks, value for money, the M1 Plus is definitely the best projector you can buy. Would I recommend the M1 Pro? No, this one's going back. Ultimately, it's up to you. You've seen me read the spec out. I've shown you what they look like. You've seen the video footage. You can make the decision. If you want to ask any questions, obviously I'll try and help you as always. Been a long time since I've done a proper review. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. And as always, until next time, all of you, please stay safe. See you soon. Bye.